He got a greater testimony this week, what God has done in his life. And, the day being Father's Day. So do you love your daddy? Oh, he loved him. Sister Rachel, how did you feel whenever you heard that what the doctor said, and today's being Father's Day, if what the doctor said had been right, then it may have been a different story today. But how did you feel, and what did the devil talk to you in your spirit and your mind whenever you begin to hear the reports of what the doctor said about Clarence? If the report was that it was that lymph nodes was, you get cancer in your lymph nodes, and you begin to see the people down at the flower shop. Hallelujah! But God turned it around. For the whole month of June, I've asked every single one of you to have Holy Communion every single day, and we've been having Holy Communion every single service in the whole month of June. Brother Clarence, whenever he got the bad report from the world, see, the Bible said, and I talked about this in early worship this morning, and if you want to hear faith, I'm talking faith in early worship every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, that Abraham was not weak in faith, but fully persuaded. That Abraham did not look at himself and hear what people say about himself, but he heard what God said about him. And when we begin to hear what God says about us, then that God, he turns something around. I just want you to, you're able to talk now?
Well, the devil was playing with my mind, putting thoughts in my head, He's not going to be here for Gavin's birthday. We just had his birthday. He's not going to be here for Father's Day, and I'm just thankful to God for healing him. I knew he could, and I prayed and asked him to heal him, and he did, and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. Every breath that we take comes from God, and I'm just so thankful. We have so much to be thankful for.
And when I thought about this, whenever that Clarence called me this week, he said, you're the third one that know what the doctor found. The last results was, and I just got to call you, Pastor, and just got to tell you because you stood with us and prayed with us. And I want him to tell you what the doctor said at first and what the final report was this week.
Well, first off, we actually seen a need in the church, and we really couldn't afford to meet that need. And we done it. We went Monday to meet that need, and as soon as we walked in to meet that need, I got the phone call. And the doctor said, hey, Mr. Clarence, just want to let you know you don't have to take any chemo whatsoever at all. And then that just made me realize, sometimes you have to move to let God move. And I never even understood it until all this happened. I've heard it all my life, and it's just weird being raised in church. You sit in the pews, and you might not get nothing out of every service, but you soak it in, and that's why I'm just so blessed to be raised in church and have your kids here, and just be happy to work in the youth and everything. So
totally healed. And the reason why I brought him up, because this is which is an example of a good father and a good mother. So do you love your daddy? He don't.
Also, to y'all, this may seem silly, but our DVD broke a couple months ago, and we didn't have the money to go buy a new one, so we just didn't watch any movies. And last week, we didn't have any kids, and I was like, let's go home and watch a movie, Shane. And we forgot that it was broken. Shane put the DVD in, and he said, baby, it's broke, remember? And I was like, yeah. I was like, try another DVD. He tried another one. And then I was like, anoint it. Dad said, get crazy with it, anoint it. And so Shane looked at me a little strange. So he anointed it while I prayed, and he put the DVD back in, and it worked, and it's worked ever since. It may sound silly, but like he says, get radical with it.
Hallelujah. God's been good to you.
I just want to say by taking it every morning and every night before I go to bed, I can read better and look like to me the Lord is talking to me and I can see things. I say, oh my God, I'm going to eat bread all my life. All my life.
All right. I had major surgery on my shoulder 8 weeks ago, and now I can do all this with it. And they're like amazed. I said, not supposed to be able to do that yet. I can touch my back. I will do everything with it. It's amazing.
See, some of y'all wondering, does this stuff work?
Yeah, well, the job I'm on is through contract through a big company, and it was supposed to end in May. But by the grace of God, it got extended another 3 months, and so they was telling us that it in the end of August. Well, we got word Friday that we'll be extended all the way into next year.